Hello, collective. It's Belena with Aspire to the Self with an astrological energy update for October 23rd to the 29th. Okay, if this is your first time here, please remember to like, share, and subscribe so that we get notified of all content updates. I do daily tarot readings for the collective that are meant for all star signs. I do YouTube shorts, of card pulls that are messages of the day from your higher self. Okay, I am also the author of The Princess and Her Inner Voice, which is a book about following your intuition and how it can help you overcome all obstacles, help you heal all traumas, and get you to your happy ending in whichever way that looks for you. It's a self-love and self-worth based fairy tale. Okay, so it's meant to inspire hope in you, meant to give you that inner strength and resiliency that you need to keep going. Okay, because everything can be attained. Okay, it's all about the law of attraction. It's all about what your mindset is. It's all about what you put out. Okay, and even if you have soul contracts, and soul contracts can bring you pain, it helps you get through it. Your intuition speaks to you. Okay, so this book can be found on online retailers such as Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart, just to name a few, as well as my website, www.aspiraltotheself.com. Okay, so before I get started, we're going to clear the energy of the room and myself. I cleanse myself of any ill will, ill intent, and negative energy as I channel. Only positive and goddess-like energy may come through. Okay. I call upon Anu. I call upon Maka. I call upon Bav, the Morgan, the Trinity Three, as well as my ancestors, archangels, and the seen and unseen. Please protect me, the viewers in this video, as I channel the message that you wish me to see and the collective to know. Any curses, hexes, evil eye, they will be dissolved, transmuted, intervened with by the All High. The sender, all their deceit, lies will be exposed. They will no longer be able to hide, and everyone will know. Okay, guys, so this week's gonna be pretty intense. So let's just get right into it, okay? So we have the retrograde energies, okay? So retrograde is like a review, a pause before you can move forward, okay? So we have Saturn retrograde, which is about reviewing past lessons in order to move forward, okay? So this week especially is going to be about life lessons and your destiny and how they play together, okay? So reviewing the lessons before you move forward, giving you all the juicy details, okay? Then you have Neptune retrograde, which is where the veil is lifted, okay? So we just went through the fall equinox, which from fall equinox to Samhain, so you're talking September 22nd, to October 31st, okay? The veil is lifted. It gets thinner and thinner and thinner each day until it gets to Samhain, okay? This is where truth is exposed, deceit, lies, ill intentions, okay? They've been exposed, there's been an imbalance, okay, cosmically, and balance is being restored by the divine. There's been a lot of divine intervention, okay, because the cycle's completing. And I'll get more into that later when we talk about the partial lunar eclipse, okay? A cycle is being completed, okay? And all this stuff that's been happening is being, one, exposed, and two, balance is being restored, like karmic balance is being restored, okay? So if anybody's been doing some like dark magic, they've been being very deceitful, trying to prey on people, trying to hurt people, they can't hide from themselves anymore, and they can't hide from the public eye anymore. Like, their shame is out there, okay? They've been outed by the divine. This is all about divine intervention, okay? Then you've got Uranus retrograde, which is a wake-up call. So it works hand in hand with the Neptune and the Saturn retrograde because it's going to provide you with a breakthrough to get you that independence. Okay, so a lot of this has been severing of relationships. Like I said, I'm going to get to a lot of this during the lunar eclipse portion of this video, okay? But there's going to be a breakthrough for independence, for you to be aligned with your soul purpose and for you to be independent, to be your most authentic self. So not having to water yourself down for people, okay? And then Jupiter retrograde, which is about wisdom and knowledge, and to review and discard our beliefs surrounding money, because a lot of the deceit, a lot of the lies, a lot of the ill intentions were all because of money and the view of money and what people were willing to do to get said money. Okay, so again, Dziedeć, Falcha, Benate an Banja Ort, which is hello, welcome. May the blessing of the goddess follow you. Okay, so I know I was supposed to do it at the beginning of the video, but I kind of forgot in the moment. But that is how I greet you. It's in Gaelic, okay? It's Gaelic. You know, Gaelic is a language that we've been trying to spread. We've been trying, you know, in order to unearth our ancestry, in order to, you know, to break through what's been taken from us, okay? So that's why I do that. It's, you know, I come from a very long line of Irish heritage, wearing sporting the family colors right now. But that is why I do it, is to spread the knowledge, because when you get in touch with your roots, that's how you find more about yourself. That's how you you unearth your Akashic records, you unearth your soul purpose, you unearth your South Node, so that way you don't repeat the shit of your South Node, and you can be in your North Node, which is where you're co-creating with the divine and living to your destiny, okay? So October 23rd to the 29th is this week. Like I said, this week's gonna be very, very intense, okay? And speaking of your South Node, okay, this week's gonna feel very deja vu. You've done this before. This is a fight that you have to do. And hence the chakra for this week is going to be the root chakra, okay? It's all about your stability. It's about your fight or flight response, okay? It's about your will. It's about your right to exist, your right to be here, your right, okay? It is your right to be here. It's your right to exist. It's your right to have your needs met. It's your right, okay? Because like I said, there's going to be a fight. The eclipse energy, so you have the solar eclipse, okay? The eclipse energy was to essentially restore balance, provide huge shakeups, disruptions, in relationships to force healing. Like I said, a lot of divine intervention. So if you've been seeing 333, that's divine intervention. That's mind, body, and soul, okay? You've been seeing 444, that's you are surrounded by angels at this time. They're guiding you, okay? You've been seeing 111, that's you're on the right path. 555, change is coming, okay? So you've done this before, but we're at a time where we're being forced to stand up for ourselves. We're forced to, because of, like I said, the lies, the deceit, the ill intentions of people and what they've done for money, okay? You were forced, okay? So in my channel, I encourage you to look at other videos if you are unaware, but I go over a great deal of this, okay? So there's just been a lot of people going to the dark. So even if people were not doing black magic on you, okay, maybe they don't dabble or whatever, understand that there's been a lot of theft. There's been a lot of scamming. There's been a lot of like forgery and fraud. Like I said, all of this is to take away money from people, sacrificing people, sacrificing them to deities, sacrificing them to Satan. All of these things, money. And when it comes to my mind, I just want to think, like I think of that comedian Sebastian Maniscalco, and one of his comedian specials is, aren't you embarrassed? Aren't you embarrassed? What the fuck's wrong with people? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're really gonna sacrifice a human life for money? For money? And so, and a lot of this was black magic. Believe it or not, there's more people than you know that do it. More people than you know. It's kind of like people who smoke weed. There's a lot of people who do it that you may not know about, because you never know what people are doing behind closed doors. You never know, right? And that's what the retrogrades were providing you. They're like giving you that wake up call, like, hey, you need to get away from so-and-so. Hey, you need to get away from this job. You need to do this. You need to do that. It's like, because you are being moved away from all these toxic things. You are being moved away So karma could be paid on these people that were doing treacherous things to people, okay? Because there's been an imbalance. There's been too much of shit, okay? Too much of people doing bad things to people, especially the chosen, especially the starseeds, especially the earth angels. There's been too many people targeting good people, and it created an imbalance that the divine had to come down and intervene with, okay? That's what the eclipse has been about, because they're forcing pressure on these people who were like preying on people. They're forcing pressure on these people to repent, to change their ways, or they were going to be eclipsed out. Like, they were given so many chances to make shit right. So many chances. They were warned, one, not to do it several times. But then two, they were nudged to do the right thing. And now their time's up. Like, the divine's like, your time's up. You had all these chances to make this right to the collective. You had all these chances and you didn't. Or you still were doing the terrible shit to people. You know? Like, I'm talking, we've still got people sending curses. We still got people sending hexes. And like I said, aren't you embarrassed? You should be. Like, a lot of these people, you know, like I guess there was a satanic panic back in the 90s where people just went to like a bookshop and they just bought this like massively produced grimoire, and I guess they trusted their soul with this book, and they were just summoning shit left and right. And these same people are doing drugs. They're drinking alcohol, which, if you know anything about that, you lower your auric field when you do that, which means you are susceptible to possession. So these people are calling on shit and they're getting possessed, like, willingly. And then they're offering their soul to hurt someone else, thinking that they're going to get a little bit of money. They're going to get a little bit of money. Like Judas with his 30 pieces of silver. They're going to betray someone to get money. But then, like I said, the contract is you're only going to get that 30 pieces of silver, no more. But that deity, that demon, they got your soul now. For what? Like I said, because intervention's been here. Your ancestors, the divine, like, they've been whooping ass. They've been intervening left and right, eclipsing these people out. They're like, you know what? You didn't learn your lesson. You kept coming after the chosen. You kept coming after the healers of the world, who's supposed to bring us to a different order, that's supposed to raise us to the 5D vibration, because we have to, you know, to save the planet, to save humanity, because we can't keep going on the way we have been in order to survive as a species. They've been doing too much, you know, for nothing, you know? And it's like, aren't you embarrassed? You should fucking be embarrassed that you are so brand new in your new age spirituality that you thought you were sold an illusion that you could go about and hurt people, especially on a magical level, so say in the 5D, and get away with it and not have to pay for it. Like, if anyone is of the craft, if anyone is a practitioner of any kind, they know there's a 3x3 rule. Whatever you send out, your intentions, thoughts have weight. Whatever you send out, whatever you hold in your heart, whatever you verbalize, you get that back threefold. If you're gossiping, you're slandering, you're literally sending spell worker hexes, you get that back. If you're wishing death on somebody, you will die, and probably somebody in your family will die, because it comes back threefold. If you're sending poverty to somebody, you will lose all of your money, and your family line will lose their money. But here's the funniest thing I think that I heard this week, guys, like in my intuition. If you don't know, I'm a seer. Like, I read energy. Like, so these people kept sending me energy, like, just kept giving me access to them, you know, like, and they're like, well, how does she know all of our shit? You won't stop sending it to me. Like, you know, I feed off of your energy. Like, you're giving it to me. You're giving me essentially a buffet. Every time you send me shit, you're giving me a buffet, and then you give me all your secrets. And it's like, what'd you think? You're giving me access to you. You're trying to impact my dream state. Because, like, when I did the tarot readings for the collective, it's on a collective level. These people were trying to be sneaky and get in people's dream states and shit to try to affect their confidence, their stability. Like I said, we're going to go on the root chakra, trying to get their sacral energy, like their sexual energy. They're trying to do all this shit via their dream state, trying to get them off their path, their soul purpose, all this shit. And it's like, okay, 3x3 rule means now your mind, you're going to lose your mind. You've impacted your own dream state. You're taken away from yourself in your own dream state because you wished for that. We wish for others, you wish for yourself. And the funniest thing that I've gathered through all this, because like I said, they gave me access to them like idiots, or they're just brand new, I don't know. Gave me access to them, is so they thought, collective, that you guys were sending them magic. Because I guess they believe in Satan, they believe in demons and all this stuff, but they don't believe in God and they don't believe in karma. Make it make sense, right? Like, make it fucking make sense. But they thought that you were sending them black magic. No, boo. No. One, you're not worth anybody losing anything in their life to hurt you. You will hurt and self-sabotage yourself, especially if that's your path. You will destroy yourself, okay? But two, it's karma. It's your karma. Like, it's your karma. Because you thought with your brand newness that you could go and send people shit and it not come back to you. Brand new. Brand fucking new. And if you're doing mirror magic, mirror is mirroring. So if you're sending it, so you're in the mirror saying it, it gets reflected back to you. So it's like, you know, like that whole thing, you know, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. Okay, you're sending it to yourself. You know? You're sending it to yourself. You're trying to curse someone else at the same time cursing yourself. So anyhow, they thought that you collective were sending them magic because I guess they don't understand what karma is or the divine or anything like that. And so they were doing return to sender spells. That's hilarious to me. Do you know what that means? They literally were sending spell work to you, collective, and then when they were getting their karma, they're like, oh, they're sending me spell work. So then they decided to do a return sender, which was just returning their spells back to them. So you got the 3x3 rule. Now it's 6x6. Okay, they're just... You know, that's my response to that. Like, wow. You weren't the sharpest kid in school, were you? You know, like, aren't you embarrassed? You should be. Fucking do some research. Read a book. You know, read something. Pray. Do something with your brand new ass. You know, to sit there and you canceled out your own spell and send it back to you. They're not in the right mind though, collective, because like I said, they're summoning demons and stuff, and they drink, they're smoking, they're doing hardcore drugs, they're lowering their auric field, they're being promiscuous, they're fucking any and everybody, so they have no spiritual protection, and they're summoning things that are just like, oh, you're easy, ha, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna attach to you, ha, you know, because you're there, and then that's what's driving them right now, you know, like they feel like an empty void, and that's because they won't stop summoning things that make them feel like an empty void. It's hilarious to me. It's like, gosh, make it make sense. You know? So anywho, like I said, so all of this is coming into completion. The lunar eclipse is going to bring it to a completion, okay? Because we were in that Taurus Scorpio season, okay, from the previous eclipses. So we're talking 2021. So think of in your life in 2021, what's repeating for you now? What's been exposed to you since 2021 about your interactions with people? So we have intimacy, hidden truths, and transformation. What happened to you since 2021? What has been your themes? I encourage you to look into that, okay? Because say you cut people off. Why? Truth's been exposed, right? Because they've been doing it since that time. Transformation. You've been transforming, you've been glowing up, you've been, hiring your vibration. Good job, by the way, good job. You've been hiring your vibration, okay, since 2021. What have you given up? What kind of shakeup has happened in your relationship or relationships to get you to this point, to where you're at now? Like, you're at the end of that cycle. It's completing. Like I said, and these people that were targeting you, like say, even if they didn't do black magic, it's like they were targeting your finances, they were targeting your inheritance, they were doing fraud, they were trying to steal shit from you, okay? or trying to ruin your reputation. Maybe this is happening to you in the workplace. Okay, you're just dealing with like toxic ass people in your workplace. Okay, whatever it is, it's coming to a head, it's coming to an end. Like your fight is coming to an end. However, this is the week where you might where you might have to fight. Okay, you might have to fight, but you're protected in it. Know that you're protected in it, so you need to proceed with confidence. Okay, so let's get into it. October 23rd, the sun will be in Scorpio, okay? So doors are opening for you as there will be intense energy supporting investigation and sexual intimacy. Allow things to shift in a different direction. Like I said, there's some kind of investigation going on. Like in my collective readings, it's been brought out that the people who've been doing all this stuff to you, like either be black magic, theft, you know, any of that, they've been found out. Like the cops know about them. Cops know what they've been doing. Why? Like if there was a secret society, they weren't very secretive. They left a whole paper trail. You know, these people that were stealing from you, they were doing some fraud shit, they left a whole paper trail. Like we're talking cell phones and shit. Like their shit's been hacked already by authorities. They've got everything they need to put these people away. Everything they need. I know these people are scared because they think it's just, it's the beginning. No, boo. It's the end. It's the end. They already got a case against you. They already got like receipts and shit because you weren't very secretive in your deception. You know, they were boasting about it. They were celebrating. They were telling anybody and everybody. Everybody and their mom, you know, like telling everybody, yeah, I fucked over so-and-so, you know, like they told everybody and it's catching up to them. It's not like you collective that's outed them. It's they outed themselves because they were stuck in their ego. They were stuck in the ego. Stuck in the ego, and they didn't want to face their shadow, and their shadow was running shit. They're going to get caught. So there's going to be an investigation of some kind, okay? And allow, like go with the flow. Allow it to shift in a different direction, whatever this is. Okay, so October 24th, the sun will trine Saturn. The moon will be in Pisces. So this is going to be an intense energy supporting life lessons and our destiny to find common ground and protect others, okay? You're going to have an intuitive focus on changing your perspective and seeing the bigger picture, okay? Your dreams will provide ideas in a mystical way. So this whole time, this whole summer, you know, since spring, your intuition's been telling you things. Your dream's been telling you things. Been telling you about people. Been telling you about situations and what you need to know about them, okay? If you are called to stand up for someone, you need to use your voice, tell your story, okay? Because it is in your destiny. Like I said, this is a deja vu kind of thing. You've done this before. This is a soul contract. You've done this shit before, okay? In a previous life, you've done this before. That's why I feel so familiar to you. You're like, what? Like, I feel like I've done this already. You did do this already. You've done this already. You've already fought this battle before and you won. So like, you just have to repeat it again because that's what it is. It's an end of a cycle. It's an end of a cycle from 2021, and it's an end of a cycle for your soul, okay? This is the completion. These people that were soul contracts for you are being eclipsed out, okay? So you may have to use your voice to bring justice because justice is here. These people were judged. They were judged in the 5D and spiritual court, and now they're about to be judged in the 3D because that's how the divine intended to go. This is all divine intervention. I'm going to get into it more here in a minute, so just wait on me, okay? Okay, so, and then you've got October 25th. Llewellyns, Minorid, meteor shower peak day. Meteor showers are lucky. Like the peak day is lucky, okay? Luck and walking alone fearlessly in the midst of an awakening, because the collective's going through an awakening. The collective is. To higher the vibration, okay? To bring healing and unconditional love back to the planet, okay? Because it's been off. It's been off. There's too much damage that's been done. And now we have to raise. Now we have to heal. Okay? And this awakening is to champion the non-mainstream cause within or outside of the law. Like I said, this is a week about that inner warrior. Okay? You got Aries energy here. You've got lots of Mars energy this week too. It's very like root chakra, red, think bull, like you're about to fight. Like you've been fighting, don't think you've been doing it alone. There's so many people who have the same kind of story that you do, okay? They've been doing it too, and you stood your ground. You stated what you would not tolerate. and the divine and the universe is backing you. You're their champion. And they're pushing you forward so you can protect other people who may not have the same strength that you do, who may not were chosen by their ancestors like you are. Okay? This is the week for that. Like, think red, think aggressive, think war, think whatever. And it's not because you wanted it. It's because people brought it to you. If you don't want no smoke, don't start no fires, you know? If they weren't prepared to fight, they should have never done what they did. And majority of these people are cowards. They would never face you, ever. Or they think they have to team up with groups to take you down. That's a weak individual. They have to get groups to attack one person. Weak. How do you say unfavored? How do you say unlucky? Because only weak people gang up on people. Weak. Definitely not the warrior champion way. Definitely not. But they forced this on you. They put you in this position. They backed you into a corner to do this. And they chose the wrong one. That's what I'm saying. They chose to bully the wrong one. They thought they were just going to come, you were just going to lay down and die and whatever. Nay. No. They fucked with the wrong one, collective. They won't get back up after facing you. And this is the tough lesson. Like I said, that's what this week's about. Tough lessons. Okay. Like I said, the 24th, your life lessons and your destiny. This is your destiny. This is your life lesson that you've already completed in another life. You're going to do it again. People tried to, the same fucking people, the same contracts, the same karmics that were in your life. Karmics are people who are life lessons for your soul that bring you pain. They thought that you were too loving. They thought you were too nice. They thought, oh, she's on the light or he's on the light. I'm just gonna take advantage of them. And you're the person that's like, you keep to yourself, but they're that person that cocky person that comes up to you in the bar that keeps trying to poke you and start shit with you, and then eventually you knock them out. Like, you weren't the one. They fucked with the wrong one. Shouldn't have done it. But that's their life lesson to learn, and that's your destiny to fulfill. Okay, then the 26th, Moon in Aries. So reflect positively upon what you have achieved so far, okay? As you will have the intuitive focus on where to make changes to creating a new reality for yourself. Because we're getting into a new cycle, okay? We're getting into a new cycle, a new beginning, okay? This has been over. This is ending. This fight you've had to do, the struggle, it's ending. You now have the power to create a new reality for yourself. Okay, so now we're getting into the nitty gritty. Okay, so October 28th, you're gonna have a partial lunar eclipse and full moon in Taurus. This is so ironic to me. This is called the hunter moon. And before it was called that because it's hunting season, but also the divine has decided to seize this opportunity to hunt those that preyed upon people, preyed upon good people. So those who were hunting are now the hunted by the divine. They're being haunted and they're being hunted and pursued by the divine so viciously. Why? Because these people thought they were God. They thought they were God. They tried to take lives. They thought they were going to impose their will. They thought they were bigger than the universe. Like, talk about such a big ego, right? Oh, I'm bigger than God. Oh, I'm bigger than the universe. I'm a puppet master. I can just control things. They're being taught. Okay, because this is a completion of a cycle from 2021 of hidden truths, intimacy, and transformation, okay? And Taurus is the exalted sign of the moon, which means it is its strongest, okay? And so we're gonna have an upheaval in our one-on-one relationships as we are nudged to see our shadow, patterns, and behaviors that play into our bonds with others. Like I said, a lot of these people are sacrificing people that they loved or that love them. Like, these are your friends, these are your family, these are your lovers, your ex or someone like that. These were people closest to you that were doing this shit to you. Based in shadows, they're gonna have to examine their patterns and behavior of what they did and why. They're going through the karma and being forced to do that. Being forced to go through that. Okay? because we're in a new cycle until March 25th of 2024, which is going to be on the practicality and stability and the reciprocity in our relationships. Like, Taurus is all about balance, slow and steady, okay, and being practical. And it's all about self-care, okay? So maybe that means balance in relationships. Your needs are just as important as your partner's. Self-care is important. Your needs are important, okay? So stop self-sacrificing for everyone else. So they're trying to pour from an empty cup. That kind of shit, okay? Your needs are important, and that's going to be your focus, okay? As well as how, like, the priority level we put on material possessions. This goes into the Jupiter retrograde energy, okay? Where we're being challenged to discard our beliefs that we have around money, okay? Like, what are you sacrificing of yourself for something that you want that is of a material nature? Like, say, for some people, it was their soul. They thought they were going to get a little money, so they sold it. Or they try to sell someone else's soul for a little bit of money. Or they're going to sell their freedom because, like, they're going to jail, you know? They're going to go to jail. So what were they willing to sell for material possessions? What were you willing to do for it? And for the other part of the collective, it's like, what part of your relationships are you sacrificing for this material possession? What part of maintaining your body, your health, your self-care, what are you sacrificing in pursuit of this material possession? How much time are you taking away for material possessions? Okay? Then also on this days, Mars and Mercury will be in opposition to Jupiter. So we may feel insecure about our luck and our expansion, like say with finances, with our job, okay? And may feel assertive enough to have conversations to either uncover why or to provide support, okay? Because trust you're on the right path, okay? Hard work and responsibility will yield a beautiful bounty if you put in the time and commitment. But this also goes into relationships because it's part of that lunar eclipse, okay? You and your partner mirror each other to create your reality. If you are focusing on self-care and prioritizing yourself, your partner, if it's a healthy relationship, will also prioritize that for you both to be healthy and in a healthy relationship. It's when there's an imbalance that creates toxicity, like overgiving, undergiving, right? So the lunar eclipse is about reciprocity, equal exchange, right? Equal give and take, okay? So know that you're on the right path, okay? And this may get you to ask, like, why am I not getting as much money as I should? Why is my payout not what I thought it would be? Why am I not getting the rewards I get? It's going to provoke you to ask those questions. Maybe make some phone calls to people. Maybe start talking to people and be like, why? Why? Because a lot of these people, like I said, that were trying to scam people, they were also scamming each other. They were also doing shit to each other. Because I guess there's no loyalty among the wicked, I guess. So they were all doing shit behind each other's back. And now that they're all feeling some kind of different but similar karmas, like, are you okay? Are you okay? What's going on with you? Kind of questions, right? And then October 29th, Mercury being in conjunction with Mars. So it's going to drive to assert our voice to stand with others who may need you as an action leads to imbalance and loss. So you're going to be supported by the divine and standing with others, using your voice to stand for others, okay? But if you think silence is the best answer in this situation, it's going to create an imbalance, which therefore the karmic repercussion for being silent could be you experiencing more loss. Because this is a time of action. This is a time of, hey, we need to get this done. This is ending for everyone. This is an event that's causing this to end for everyone. We're going to move on with it. We're going to go to a new cycle, okay? That's what this is about. So you may be called to have to stand with others. You may have to essentially form your own little army, okay? Because rest assured the other side was. They were working in groups. You may be forced to work in a group to have the same goal. So the chakra that coincides with this, all this energy, is the root. Your root chakra, which is, down by your lower hip and genital area. Okay, I can show you, but it's like right there. Okay, so this is your chakra for stability, your foundation of beliefs that you get like from your family, because it's like your earliest experiences are recorded here. Okay, your security, your fight or flight response, because rest assured you're going to be called to fight this week. You're going to have to fight. That's because someone forced you to. They wouldn't leave you alone. You were just sitting over here minding your business, and people just kept attacking you. People just kept like putting you in bad situations. People kept bringing your name into shit. It wasn't your fault, but they're putting you in that place where you're going like, well, hey, I was just minding my business, but yeah, if you're asking me about it, I did experience this, and I do know it was that, and they forced you. They forced you, and their actions have caught up to them. It's not your fault. And the audacity of somebody to get mad at you for actions they made, hey, I know I tried to take advantage of you and make you a victim, but now I'm pissed that you're not a victim, make it make sense, make it make sense. Okay, this is your chakra for survival. Like I said, you've survived. You are a walking testament of the divine. You survived this far, okay? You've done so much. You're being called to reflect on everything you've done, everything you went through that happened for you, not to you. It was for this moment. This is fated. This is your destiny here. You've done this before. You've done this before. Okay? Because this is where you get your original feelings about yourselves, the right to exist, because you have the right to exist. You have the right to be loved. You have the right to have your needs met. You have that right. You don't need to overgive to feel valued. You don't need to empty your cup to have the right to exist. You don't need to do everything for everyone else just to have any value. You don't. You don't. And this goes, and I'm going to go into a little story of mine, just a brief little snippet here. But I was a single mom. You know how many people have tried to take advantage of me because of that situation? How many people they thought they were going to talk to me some kind of way, treat me some kind of way, do shit to me because they were like, oh, well, you need me. Trust and believe, I don't need shit from you. Don't need shit from you. I am not afraid to burn a bridge because you know what? I can get warm by myself. I can get my own shit, and I had to get all this shit by myself. Like I said, I have 2 kids. I had to do all this by myself, while having people send demons and curses and shit at me. Sending bad situations to me. Like domestic violence, being harassed, being stalked, all these things. I had to do all this, having kids, and having to work, and having to have a job. I didn't get any help. And the people who tried to give me help, they had strings attached. They were trying to have some kind of control or power over my life because that was the only reason they wanted to help me anyway, because they thought they could control me. And they're like, oh, I'm going to abuse you because I think you have no other options. You do have options. You do. It's a mindset. You have to intentionalize how you're going to be treated, what you will and what you will not tolerate, and the universe will attract those kind of experiences to you. If you keep putting up with action and thought and intention, I'm not putting up with that. No one's going to sit there and talk to me like that. No one's going to sit there and abuse me like that. No one's going to do that to me. And you stand firm in your integrity with what you're stating to the universe, they're going to align you with that. But it's when you go, yeah, I don't want to be treated like that, but then you keep entertaining that person that abuses you. Or you keep entertaining that job that keeps taking from you because you're in that lack mentality of thinking, well, there's not another option. There is. You have to think that there is another possibility because there is. There's several realities out there. Several. I have a video on that. Check it out. There's so many realities out there. There's so many possibilities. There's unlimited potential out there. You have to get out of your limited mindset and you will open doors for you. You got to get out of that closed mindset of, well, I can't do this. I can't. You know what I call that? I call that the I can't monster. It tells you you can't do things. And then you get stuck in this limited belief and it puts you in a self-imposed cage. Stop thinking like that. You want freedom, it's there. You got to think of it that way. You have to stand firm in your integrity in situations, because you'll get tested. You'll get tested over and over again. I had to walk away from like a high-paying job because I had a test of integrity in situations, what I wasn't willing to allow to happen to me. I've had it happen with relationships. Like, I cut off my entire fucking family, and I've done it more than once because people thought they were going to abuse me. They're going to put me in a bad situation. They thought they were going to exert some kind of control and power over me. And I'm like, fuck you. Like, who are you to think you're going to do that to me? I don't need you. And I've proven it over and over again. Like, so then women out there, you know, like dating and stuff, you go through shit. You know how many times, you know how many stories there are of men that when you reject them, they try to control you in some kind of way by using fear tactics, like stalking you, slandering you, harassing you, like threatening your life. I guess in their delusional mind, they go, yeah, maybe if I threaten to kill them, they'll stay with me. Threatening to kill me is going to get me to kill you. It's not going to be to get me to stay with you. I've had multiple times men try to send demons to me because I rejected their piss-ass offer of a toxic relationship. Like some Harley Quinn and Joker kind of relationship. They wanted to be abusive, gave me the bare minimum, treat me like shit and think I was going to stay. I'm like, no thanks, you know, you don't value me, or you're not treating me to my sense of self-worth, like, bye. And they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna send this to you. I'm gonna try to devastate your life. I'm gonna get a group to harass you and to stalk you to get you to come back to me because I'm trying to humble you. Some pathetic, weak-ass people out there. Pathetic. And you know what? They try the wrong one. They try the wrong one. Collective, I know that's you, but you got to stand firm in your shit. Because you know what? Your ancestors, and I don't play about you, but you have to not play about you either. Okay? You got to decide what you're going to allow and what you're not going to allow. And if you say, no, I'm not putting up with that, you'll be fine. You might have to stand your ground a little bit, but you'll be fine. But these people who have this delusional sense of like, you know what? I want to control you. I want to do this. You will fuck over your life. You will go to jail. You will get every kind of charges pressed on you. Every kind of charges pressed on you. Because stalking, harassing, gang stalking, slandering, thinking you're going to send nudes or think you're going to get paid for your ex-girlfriend's nudes online, that's distribution of pornography. You'll go to jail for that. Okay? Threatening someone's life, jail time. Rape, jail time. Drugging somebody, jail time. Jail time. Thinking you are going to do that. Or abuse, if you're in a relationship, you'll get a restraining order. You know what a restraining order looks like on your record? It looks like a felony. Do you not want to be able to have a whole lot of choices in your career? Abuse your partner. If you want to be only limited to working at like McDonald's or someplace like that wants to pay $12 an hour, that's what you want your income to be, abuse your partner. As well as losing everything you have. Like your rights to your kids, your rights to your money, everything. Gone. So being in that mentality of thinking you're going to control people to get anything will destroy your life in every way. Every way. So if that's what you want to do, I guess continue to do it. Or be part of the awakening. Be better and do better. Have some accountability for yourself. Have some accountability for your growth. Have some accountability for your actions, your mindset. Have some accountability. You only get we get multiple lives, but this is your life now. And the choices you make in this life carries over into the another. Okay? If you're racking up all this karmic debt, you're going to get that shit in the next life. Or you're going to pass it on to your kids. You're going to pass it on to your family. Have some accountability for yourself. What we can do in this life is have master of the self, master of our choices, master of how we react to things, how we react to situations. Okay, and this is the yang function of this chakra, is how we put ourselves into the world and how successful we are at surviving in it. Okay, the yin function is how we're able to receive material assistance, and it's to keep our will to live alive. Okay, this is our source of passion, primal feelings, and also how we receive kundalini energy, which is like the fire energy. Okay, and this chakra communicates to us through physical or emotional needs through sensory impressions. May involve getting you sick as a means to making you aware of a problem. Dysfunctions of this chakra, okay? Alcohol abuse, hard drugs, sex, overeating, reproductive issues, childhood issues, nervous system disorders, sexual dysfunction, urinary tract and rectal issues, okay? One thing that you can do is heal yourself. Another thing you can do is separate yourself from all these situations that are toxic for you, that keep you in survival mode. You are not meant to stay in survival mode, but it's the self-imposed limitations you put on yourself that keeps you there, because you think there's only one way to do things. There's an unlimited way to do things. There's endless possibilities out there for how you do things, okay? So get out of that lack mentality. Get out of the, like, there's just no way out. If you keep telling yourself there's no way out, there won't be. There's endless possibilities. Endless. Pray on it. Meditate. But also drink your water. Eat 3 small meals a day. Drink lots of water. Ground yourself. Like, meditate, okay? Envision whatever kind of toxic energy you have in your body. Like, say, envision it being black. And then when you ground, like put your feet on, like, say, dirt, or say your floor of your house, envision getting roots that go into the earth, okay? Then take this white light that you move through your body, like this is all visualization. Take this white light and move it all through your body to push out that blackness into the earth. And then once you get all that black out, visualize the white energy from the earth filling your body. And that is how you can ground. I mean, I have a guided meditation on, I have a playlist on my YouTube that has a bunch of different shit on it. Check it out. There's guided meditations on there that can better explain how to do it, but that's the gist, okay? And that's how you can cleanse the energy out of your body. That's how you can get the confusion out. This is where you process childhood trauma. Like, if you have it, this is the chakra where you have it, okay? Like, say if you went through like rape or anything, this is the chakra that you have to process the healing for that. Because that and your heart is hand in hand. Because if you don't heal that, it's gonna block your heart chakra, which means you block your opportunities and you block your blessings, okay? So, and then it draws, more terrible situations to you. So work on healing it. Exercise, like walking. Walking's great. Like, walking is like a form of meditation, and it puts you out in nature, especially if you do it in nature. Like, you cleanse your aura, you cleanse your energy when you do that. And it just, you'll feel overall better. Like, I'm not saying overly exert yourself, but I'm saying, like, it's like a meditative practice, especially if you walk in the woods or somewhere where there's a lot of green, because it soaks up your energy and just filters it out. It's good for you, okay? All right, guys, well, that's Llewellyns with Spark to the Self with another astrological energy forecast. Hope you have a great and glorious weekend and week. Remember to have some strength within you. You have the right to exist. You have the right to be here, and sometimes you're called to fight for it. But you got this. You made it this far. I'm sure you can handle whatever comes your way. Okay? Stay tuned for a brief little snippet of the princess in her inner voice. Mila Boykas, guys. 1,000 thanks.